Good morning, everyone. You are listening to Morning Bull right here on WBAM with your hosts, Bon Lee Johnson and Bonzobitburg.
Tennessee style. People say, well, I'm no good, I'm crazy afternoon. So I get stoned in the morning, I get drunk in the afternoon. Kinda like an old blue deck hound, I like to lay around in the shade. And I ain't got no money, but I damn sure got it made. And I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Preacher man talking on the TV, putting down a rock and roll. He wants me to send a donation, cause he's worried about my soul. Said Jesus walked on the water, and I know that it's true. Sometimes I think that old preacher man ought to do a little walking too. I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Leave us alone, man. Poor girl wants to marry, and a rich girl she wants to flirt. A rich man goes to college, and a poor man he goes to work. A drunkard wants another drink of wine, and a politician wants to vote. Well, I don't want much of nothing at all, but I will take one more toke. I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Ray Steve. Well, I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this long-haired country boy alone. If you don't like the way I'm living, leave this long-haired country boy alone. You don't like my long hair, you don't like the way I look, the way I talk. You can kiss my country fucking ass.
Yeah, kiss my ass. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Bull with me, Bon Lee Johnson, and my co-host, Bonzobitburg. Good morning, Bonzo.
Good morning.
How we doing today?
Wonderful.
Get your coffee?
Yes, I did.
All right. Gotta make sure everybody's healthy and happy. We'll play the music going. Here are the Hives with Hate to Say I Told You So.
and out because I wanna.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to do that. Stupid thing went really quick. That was the Hives with "Hate to Say I Told You So," but I almost played some Rancid, which would have been fine. I probably should have just let it play, huh?
That was a good song.
I'll just hit play again. Everybody wants to hear it anyway. Here is Rancid, but I don't remember which song it was. We'll find out here. So this
Ruby
is Ruby
Soho.
Soho. Yeah, that's what it was. All right, here it is. Ruby Soho by Rancid.
Echoes of reggae coming through my bedroom wall. Having a party up next door, but I'm sitting here all alone. Two lovers in the bedroom, and the other starting to shine. Oh my God, it's this blank stare. They can't cloud it all. Destination now. Ruby, 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 Soho. Destination now. Ruby, 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 Soho. He's singing, and she's there in the hand. He's seen his name on the marquee, but she will never understand. Once again he's leaving, and she's there with a tear in her eye. Embraces with a warm gesture. It's time to say goodbye. Destination now. Ruby, 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 Soho. Destination now. Ruby, 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 Soho. Ruby's heart is beating, but she knows I'm feeling is gone. She's not the only one admitting there's something wrong. Her lover's in the distance as she wipes a tear from her eye. Ruby's fading out, she disappears. It's time to say goodbye. Destination now. Ruby, 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 Soho. Destination now. Ruby, 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 Soho. 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 Ruby, Ruby, Soho. Ruby, 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 Soho.
That was me on mute. That was Rancid with Ruby Soho. Keep the music rolling this morning till we get to waking up here and get into some chitty chat here in about 8:15ish, probably. So, also get your numbers in. We are going to do Win Bondley's money today. No one has won yet this week, so it's still at $20, but it's still available. So, get your numbers in to me. If you're listening online, you can text it to me. If you're in chat room, just put it in the chat room. Here is Crossfade with Cold.
Looking back at me, I see that I never really got it right. I never stopped to think of you. I'm always wrapped up in things I cannot win. You are the antidote that gets me by. Something strong like a drug that gets me.
having some issues here this morning getting this thing organized. Shocking, I know. But it's in my way. Like, that stupid dock thing is in the way. It's in the way at the top. It's in the way at the bottom. It's a stupid Zoom thing. And it makes me leave that on, and then I got to sound like I'm in a fucking tunnel somewhere. Here is Skeletons by Pop Evil.
Seat to hell, I get a preview. We live in a world gone mad that's lost control. What doesn't kill us leaves a hole in our soul. Chase the satellite, get lost in outer space. We're only human, we're flesh and bone, fighting wars within. We're only human, we're flesh and bone. Skeletons. I drive 1,000 miles, the highway lies, but I never could read the signs. So I drift sideways, going back in the grave, praying that my stars align. I see my shadows in the rear view, waving like the sky was blue. But from the gallows, they remind you we're all just passing through. We live in a world gone mad that's lost control. What doesn't kill us leaves a hole in our soul. Chase the satellite, get lost in outer space. We're only human, we're flesh and bone, fighting wars within. We're only human, we're flesh and bone, lonely skeletons. We're fighting a war with them. We're losing ourselves the more we spend. We're only human, we are broken skeletons. We live in a world gone mad that's lost control. What doesn't kill us leaves a hole in our soul. Chase the satellite, get lost in outer space. We're only human, we're flesh and bone, fighting wars within. We're only human, we're flesh and bone, lonely skeletons. We're only human, we're flesh and bone, lonely skeletons. We're only human, we're flesh and bone, lonely skeletons.
Little Pop Evil for you right there, doing Skeletons. A little slower than I wanted it to be, a little slower than I remembered it being. So now we're going to pick up the pace again, get your blood flowing. This is Nashville Pussy doing High as Hell.
Dragging all day long to someone else's song. Go here, go there.
Nashville pussy right there doing high as hell. Get you going. We're going to do some Dirty Honey right now. You guys got to look these guys up. I dig this band. Here they are doing Rolling Sevens.
No need to socialize. No need for fantasy. I'll shine on like a star at first night and show you all you need. 'Cause I know all your vices. Yeah, I know where you've been. Said, baby, take another toss of the dice. I'm rolling sevens again now. When you need a little loving, baby, all night long. When you need a little loving, come and turn me on. When you need a little loving, all night long. When you need a little loving, oh yeah. Lit by the light of the moon. This love is more than it seems. We'll stay warm by the heat of our own fire. I'll be the jack and you'll be the queen. 'Cause now you know all my vices. Yeah, and you know where I've been. So baby, take another toss of the dice. We roll in sevens again. When you need a little loving, baby, all night long. When you need a little loving, now baby, turn me on. When you need a little loving, sugar all night long. When you need a little loving, when you need love, said baby, take another toss of the dice. I'm rolling sevens again. When you need a little loving, said all night long. When you need a little loving, baby, turn me on. When you need a little loving, said all night long. When you need a little loving, baby, turn me on right now. So let it ride, let it
Good morning, everybody. If you're just tuning in, you are listening to Morning Bull with Bonley Johnson and Bonzobitburg. Rolling some tunes for you, try to get you up, get you moving, get you awake.
So is that singer from that group? Was he somebody else? He
I don't
sounds
think so.
just like I don't know.
I thought
One
so
of
too, and I
those
looked
hair
him
band.
up, but I don't. I'd have to look it up again. He has a little bit of
Trying
that.
to think. I'm trying to think of who he sounds like.
He sounds a little bit like the guy from Greta Van Fleet, a little bit.
No, this is the older band. Like I want to say Candlebox, but I don't think it's that guy.
It's
I think
definitely
it's
not
somebody,
that guy. He's a
it's
younger
somebody
guy,
else
I
like
think.
that group.
Huh. I don't know who you're thinking of.
I don't either. I'll have to look. I'll have to listen to some songs, and when I find out, I'll say something the next time we're on.
Figure it out if you can. Here is Tyler Childers with White House Road.
Early in the morning when the sun does rise, laying in the bed with bloodshot eyes. Late in the evening when the sun sinks low, that's about the time my rooster crows. I got women up and down this creek, and it keep me going and my engine clean. Run me ragged but I don't fret, 'cause there ain't been one slow me down, none yet. Get me drinking that moonshine, get me higher than the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall, throw them in the river and get your fill. We've been sniffing that cocaine, ain't nothing better when the wind cuts cold. Oh, it's a mighty hard living, but a damn good feeling to run these roads. I got people try to tell me, Red, keep this living and you wind up dead. Cast your troubles on the Lord of Lords, wind up laying on a cooling board. But I got buddies up White House Road, and keep me strutting when my feet hang low. Rock gut whiskey gonna ease my pain, and all this running's gonna keep me sane. Get me drinking that moonshine, get me higher than the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall, throw them in the river and get your fill. We've been sniffing that cocaine, ain't nothing better when the wind cuts cold. Lord, it's a mighty hard living, but a damn good feeling to run these roads. It's a damn good feeling to run these roads. When you lay me in the cold hard clay, won't you sing them hymns while the banjo plays? You can tell them ladies that they ought not frown, 'cause there ain't been nothing ever held me down. Falling women or shallow grays, same old blues, just a different day. Get me drinking that moonshine, get me higher than the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall, throw them in the river and get your fill. We've been sniffing that cocaine, ain't nothing better when the wind cuts cold. Lord, it's a mighty hard living, but a damn good feeling to run these roads. It's a damn good feeling to run these roads. It's a damn good feeling to run these roads.
I don't know, man. If it got you higher than the grocery bill right now, you might not survive. That might be an OD.
I'm not a big country buff, but the first time I heard that song,
I know he is
I-
country, but
I loved it. But it was the other version on that our
the
vinyl
vinyl,
session.
yeah, the vinyl sessions. I was
I
gonna
love
play that.
I
one,
love
but
that song way better than his original.
Yeah.
I mean, I never heard the original, and then I heard that.
That's
I
the
like
problem
that.
with listening to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
When you hear like the alternative version, then you go back and
Mhm.
listen to the original, like that's not as good.
right.
There's a couple songs that are like that. What's that Cheap Trick song that everybody likes? I Want You to Want Me.
Yeah,
The original album version's not even that good. But the Budokan version, the live version, everybody loves it.
yeah.
Way better. Way better. We're going to add another song lined up here. Here is a Van Halen, Hot for Teacher.
Oh, wow, man. Wait a second, man. What do you think the teacher's gonna look like this year?
Teacher, stop that screaming. Teacher, don't you see? Don't wanna be no uptown fool. Maybe I should go to hell, but I'm doing well. Teacher needs to see me after school. I think of all the education that I missed, but then my homework was never quite
Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. Great song. That was one of them songs that people used to shit on a little bit because of the video was so popular.
That video was great.
It was great. Teachers in bikinis, how can you fucking go wrong? Well, I mean, it depends on the teacher, I suppose. But it was great. But it was one of those ones that people tried to attribute the song's success to the video. But it's a great song. Those drums in the beginning, the
drums are
guitar, I
amazing.
mean, everything is just amazing on that song. Even that crackpot David Lee Roth vocals are amazing. That is one of the quintessential Van Halen tunes. I mean, it just is. There's so much to unpack with that song because there's so much that it covers. Like, you and I went to the same school. We were only a year apart because I flunked the 8th grade. I didn't actually flunk, but my mom held me back because I was being lazy. And she was right. I was being lazy. But who was the hottest teacher?
Oh, that German teacher,
Yeah.
what was her name?
I can't remember her name, and it doesn't even matter what her name is.
And
Who cares?
She I
was
think
so
she liked
fucking
them
hot.
boys.
I'm about 99% sure she was fucking them.
I
a
think
few
I
of 'em.
heard that story, but man, she would wear
I
that
heard it too, and
Jet glass.
You hear it now on the news all the time. These women teachers getting busted banging these students. And everyone's like, what happened? I can't believe teachers are like this now. I think they always were. I think what changed is dudes are pussies now and they tell people. That's just my opinion. If that
Well, I
German
think
teacher was like,
back then they kind of turned a blind eye to the boy. I don't know, the girl stuff they didn't, but the boys.
well, I think they did for a while. But my one
Because
teacher went to
one
jail,
football
yeah.
coach, he got in trouble for that.
Yeah. My marketing teacher went to prison 3 years.
Yeah, that's the same one. Football coach.
Was
marketing.
he a football coach? I didn't know he
Yeah.
coached football. Doesn't surprise me, but everybody knew he was doing it. And it's not right, but he broke up with that girl and she got mad and ratted him out. She was all fine with it until he decided, that he was quote unquote staying with his wife. I'm like, come on, people. 3 years in prison? I don't know. If it was my daughter, I'd hang his ass, but that's not the point. Hopefully my daughter would be smart enough not to get involved in something that stupid. But yeah, she, Mrs. started with a K, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Then there was that one that wasn't she in some kind of a dirty magazine? Like, I don't think it was Playboy.
Oh, yeah, no, she was in Playboy.
Playboy?
The science teacher, yeah. She was in Playboy when she was in college. She was in one of those, the girls of whatever.
Yeah, college
Yeah.
issues. Yeah.
Yeah, the girls of the Big Ten or whatever. She wasn't in the Big Ten, and she was not attractive at all.
No.
Maybe she was in college, but no. But yeah, she was going to school to be a teacher at the time that she was in the magazine, and she posed naked with an apple. She was biting an apple or something, and that was the thing people would do to fuck with her. They'd leave an apple on her desk. I love people. I hate them at the same time, but that's fucking funny. I don't care who you are. Yeah, she was kind of a bitch, I hate to say it that way, but she was mean. I'll say her name is Mrs. Duckworth. That was her name. She was a science teacher. She taught nature science, I believe. Shocking that she would teach biology and be in Playboy. But yeah, she definitely wasn't hot. I can't think of any. I had a weird thing for the one Spanish teacher, but she was not attractive. I had a thing for teeth, and she had kind of big teeth.
One of my grade school teachers, I had a huge crush on.
Yeah, well, that's different. Yeah.
Well, I think you said you seen her and her husband one time. Wasn't that you?
I don't know, who was it?
I think it was-
I know who you're talking about. on the
Didn't you
south
say
side.
they lived beside
Yeah, beside
somebody, or
Hoover.
you guys? Oh, was it Hoover?
Yeah, they lived right behind
Maybe
Hoover.
Hoover
And,
told me the story. I don't know.
yeah, him and Sabler. They would sneak out there and watch her in the window. Yeah, she would like bang her husband and stuff right in the window with the curtains open and shit. Yeah, that was Hoover who told that story. Yeah, I remember. I know who she is, but I didn't have her in school because I didn't go to school up here then. I was still down in Caldwell then. So.
Right.
And we had one hot teacher down there in grade school, Mrs. Peoples. She was hot. She was mean.
That's hard to believe.
I know. I know. Every time I get down there, you say that. But our waitress at the Wingstop was hot. Wings,
Yeah,
et
she
cetera,
was.
whatever.
Oh my God, she was.
So that's
She
the-
was. I'm definitely. She wasn't from around there. I guarantee.
No, they're out there. There's like 1 in 50 or something like that. The rest are like that one you pointed out. You're like, no wonder you have a fetish for chicks with tattoos.
You're always attracted to that look, that trailer park trash look.
Yeah, it's kind of appealing. I guess.
Them rough women. He's like, "Ooh, look at that." I'm like, "What?"
What are you gonna do? We all have our weaknesses. So. But yeah, I mean, it was just how I was brought up, I guess. Like all the people around us, that's the way they looked. There were like a couple. I mean, because it's so poor down there. It's not as bad now as it used to be. But there were like 1 or 2 quote unquote higher class chicks. So we got some numbers rolling in, 17 and 27. But for the most part, they were exactly like that. Exactly like that. You didn't pick a number yet either, Bonzo.
Give me 31 again. I think that's what I went with last time.
But yeah, that's, we all got things. Your thing is redheaded chicks. So
Yeah, and I always liked. I don't know the correct, like, Oriental. I know Oriental ain't the right
Asian. Yeah, or they get offended by Oriental now. But
Now,
do you
do
remember?
they?
Do you remember the commercials when we were kids?
Mm-mm.
Come to the Orient. That was what.
Oh yeah.
That was the commercial. Come fly Oriental Airlines to the Orient. That's what it was, and so everyone called them Orientals. And I don't know why that's offensive now. I mean, but I'm not Asian, so I don't know. If somebody had honky airlines, come fly to Crackerville on honky airlines. I don't think I would be offended, but I can see how some people might. So I don't know.
I ain't offended with that.
It would take a lot. You would have to like personally attack me. And even then, I'd probably agree with you. Because I'm pretty open about my flaws.
I've heard a bunch of like Italian slang before, and none of it bothers me. But
Yeah. There is some. I never really understood that. I've gotten in arguments with people and I'm like, it's just words,
right.
And that one of the things that used to drive me crazy, people like verbal abuse. It's worse than physical abuse. I'm like, yeah, it says everybody who's never been punched in the mouth. That's who says that. People say verbal abuse. I mean, you should never abuse anybody or degrade or whatever anybody. Just be nice. But to compare it to getting the shit kicked out of you, I'm sorry. Sorry, not the same. The Bull is earlier now, Tara. We start at 7:30. It's a 2-hour show now. It goes till 9:30. We have a new co-host, Mr. Bonzobitburg. I'm sure you've heard him sing
Good
on
morning.
the show. Tara is one of our Canadian friends. Yeah, they have offensive terms for Canadians too. I don't know if it's really. I have to ask Tara: is Canuck offensive? Is that an offensive term, or is that a term of endearment that they use? to describe Canadians. I don't know. Because again, I don't know. I'm not really into like words hurt me. So, but I have heard that. I don't know if that's mean or if it's acceptable. I don't know. Because aren't there? No. Is there a hockey team called the Canucks? No.
Yeah, I think there is something
Is there?
there. They haven't. It might be a nickname, but yeah, I've heard of that
She
before.
goes, no, it's not offensive. Yeah, I've heard that before too, and I don't know where now.
I'm pretty sure that's a hockey team, but I'm not. I don't follow hockey, so
Well, I know Montreal is the Canadiens. But yeah, I think Canucks is something like that. Like it's some kind of sports team. Vancouver Canucks, yeah, see? She's laughing at our ignorance. We don't know shit when it comes to that kind of stuff, but yeah, yep. So I don't know. I guess there's really, I mean, what else did I hear? Oh, some people would be mean and call it America's hat. That's not even offensive because that makes Mexico America's underwear. So that would be offensive. I should just quit while I'm ahead. But we were talking about these lady teachers now getting in trouble for sleeping with their students, and I don't.
been
You know
going
what?
on for years.
It has been, and I honestly don't get it. I'm sorry. I know this doesn't sound good, and it's a terrible thing to say, but boys are just different than girls. This is just my opinion, because I was a boy, and at 17 years old, if a 34-year-old teacher wanted
That
to
was
sleep
a
with
dream.
me, it would not have scarred me at all.
That was
If
a
any-
dream for a boy, that
Right.
17-year-old boy.
If anything,
Well,
I'd be
most of them.
Yeah, I mean, some of them dreamed about the men teachers, some of them dreamed about the women teachers, but it was definitely, there was something about the a woman in a authoritative figure, that kind of thing. Teachers, midgets, that kind of stuff. You never know what people are going to be at. That term's offensive too now, I guess. So my brother's gonna have to change his fetish to I want to bang a little person. he can't say midgets anymore.
Oh my gosh!
He's
When he told me that, I died.
Listen, everybody's
He-
everybody's got something different they want to try, because there's nothing more alluring than ignorance. It's the same thing that drives fear. It's the same thing that drives fascination. Is the lack of knowledge. So if you don't know what it would feel like to sleep with a
Sorry,
little
man,
person,
that's-
it might.
That's
I don't get it.
that's like on the verge of child porn or something.
Midget stuff. Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
about
it makes
that.
me
just
feel
because
like
they're
a
short.
kid. Yeah,
No,
it's like a
No.
kid.
No, that's. I mean, it is kind of weird, but I don't look at them
It's
like that.
weird, man. I feel
It is
that.
weird, but they're just short.
because they're.
They
I
still
know,
have
but
boobs
they look like
and
a little.
bush and all that. They're still.
They look like I mean, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Well, I suppose if you like dress them up and put a binky in their mouth, then it might get a little creepy. Like, here, honey, slip on these Pampers real quick. will you?"
Oh, that's
then
disgusting.
you might be crossing the line into some fucked up shit. But I think if as long as they're adult little people, I think it's okay. So is it the same thing then? If I don't know, say Tisha decided she wanted to sleep with a little dude, would that be?
Well, they got facial hair and stuff. It's kind of hard to see 'em
Right.
as a
Well, that's I'm thinking the same thing about the little women's or whatever. There's
I don't
no
know.
women.
Everything's little.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. I've never.
I
been
get
one,
what you're
so I
saying.
can't-
I get what you're saying because they have like tiny little fat legs.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are some. Listen, there are some of the because they're all like a different disorder. There's a bunch of
Right.
different disorders that cause that. And there's some that are built completely normal. They're just really small. They don't have those. They don't have those little chicken wing legs. You know.
Is that the scale on there they just put up
Yeah.
for? Holy shit, my wife's a midget or a little person.
So is mine. She barely. She claims to be 5'2", but she's not. She's 4'11". No, I think she's 5 foot even. But
That's about Dana's about the same height as her. I think.
Yeah, they're pretty close. They're about the same height when they lay on their back too.
Yeah, they are.
They both-
I
both
think
have-
I think yours has got mine beat a little bit.
Yeah, she the last bra she bought was a double H, and she still falls out of it. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Dana just got some. I can't remember what cup size. She buys like these 40 bras and tries them all on, and none of them fit. So then she sends them back, and
Bailey just throws them into a pile. She's like me. She don't like sending stuff back. It's a weird.
You guys throw money away. It's crazy.
It's a weird phobia I have. I can't even think about the money when it comes. You have no idea how hard that was for me the other day.
That was
Harbor
cake,
Freight.
man.
I don't care. I was like fucking. My asshole was so tight. I was sweating.
It's what they do that on. They do that stuff
but
every day.
it started when I was a kid, and my mom would make me go into the grocery store with the food stamps, and it said food coupon on them. That's what they called them.
Mm-hmm.
And some lady shamed me one time at the cash register, and it stuck
It scarred you for life.
for life. I was like 10 or 11 years old because I had no idea, you know. I think it was 10 max. But yeah, it fucked me up. I can't hand somebody a coupon now.
You can't. Oh my
When
God,
Icky
boy.
used to use coupons, when she used them for everything. Every time we went out to eat, she had a fucking coupon. I would have to go out
Yeah.
and sit in the car. I couldn't watch. It just made me feel so uncomfortable that I was like, "Ah." And then, so Barkley and I were talking about that yesterday when I told her, I was like, yeah, we saved $74 on that generator by going back and doing that. I said, but so she looked and she's like, so it involved a coupon and a return. Those are my two worst things. I was like, I know. I said, Cody was like, took the lead and he did all that stuff. I said, but I just sat there and I was almost sweating. I was going to pass out a little bit. I was like, eh. But the girl was so nice. And
Yeah, they don't care. It's their job. That's what they do.
I know, but it only takes one person to care. Then I would fucking have a meltdown.
And Tom, I remember you when we first walked there, he's like, "Don't be a dick, don't be a dick." And I'm like, "I'm not going to be a dick."
I couldn't. Yeah, now when I worked in retail, taking coupons didn't bother me
Yeah,
at all. Never had any effect on me whatsoever. I never looked at people like, but when I do it, man, I can't. I just like the Harbor Freight coupons that are on your phone. I can use those. They don't bother me. That's different. When you're spending, $800 and you got a $50 off coupon, it seems okay. Now, if I had to cut it out,
well,
and it
that was the
paper,
same thing.
I know, but it's hard. It's different. I don't know. Well, see, here's the thing too, though, because the real phobia comes from using them in restaurants and grocery stores, because that's how that all started. With that one bitchy lady down at Dick Ball's grocery store. She was a cunt, man. What a C word that lady was. She was like, "Where's your parents at? Do you know this is welfare?" I'm like, oh. What a bitch, man. And anyhow. But yeah, so and if it comes to food and stuff, I can't do it. Can't. I try. And you're right. It's a waste of money. We do throw money away like that. But I buy a pair of pants. They don't fit. They're fucking work pants. My work pants pile is twice as high as my regular pants. Because I order them online and then they never fit right. I even order the same fucking numbers, Now, the last time, that last pair I got, they sent me the wrong ones, but they were a completely different color. And color matters when it comes to jeans. Sorry. They look like dad jeans.
I hate real dark ones.
That's what they were. They were supposed to be like not stone washed, but that kind of style.
Yeah, the lighter color. Yeah.
The lighter faded. Supposed to look like they were dark at one time and then faded. That kind of look. I don't know how to describe that, but they came and they were dark. And they had that real bright stitching, that orange stitching.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I can't wear them. So I wear them to work, but you get a little grease on them and nobody cares anymore. And no one probably would care. The only one who would probably notice would be Barkley. And she did. We had a good laugh about them. I put them in the work pile and we moved on with life. But because I think that's the first sign of getting old. When you wear pants that look like that. When you wear dad jeans, you get you're on your way out. The problem is I don't
the
know.
big Velcro strap shoes, tennis shoes.
They're probably really comfortable though. Is that even? I mean, do you remember when those came into style for like a minute? After
The big
old
Velcro ones?
Yeah, after the old people wore them, they came in for like a minute. Kids started wearing Velcro shoes. I can't believe it hasn't happened again. But that's how nerdy that is. Because the black socks thing came back. When we were younger, only old people wore black socks.
Yeah.
And now it's like the thing. Now only old people wear white socks.
I don't like the white socks look anymore. I don't know why.
Because it's old people. I wear dark socks now too. That's something I would absolutely have never done when I was younger.
Yeah.
I would never put black socks on, only to go to church, which was a super
like dress. Dress socks.
That was a super rare occasion anyway. Because you're right, as Catholic churches are like, it's like a weird cult thing, up and down, shaking hands, touching people, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I took my mom not too long ago, and I was like, what in the heck? I used to go to church all the time when I was a kid.
You just don't remember?
I kind of remembered it. But as I got older, I'm like, what's the sense in this? I mean, why do you have to stand and sit and kneel and stand and sit? I told my mom, I think it's just so they keep you awake,
It could
moving
be
so you don't fall asleep.
It could be. I think, I don't know. I never got it. And my first wife used to get pissed at me because of, I would make fun of it. I'm like, you guys look like a cult. I mean,
I think
you pass that food around. Like people go up and take drinks out of the same cup. I'm like, that's fucking gross, man. They wipe it off. I don't care. There's some of that shit that Ajax won't take off. People put on them cups. I ain't touching it. You can scrub that bitch with a fucking laser. I ain't touching it. Some nasty old lady with her little pencil thin lipstick touching. She gumming the shit out of the edge of that cup. I don't want to do that. But, I allowed my son to be raised Catholic, and I'm okay with it. I'm not against it. It just wasn't for me. I got throat boogers today. That's awesome.
You have them every day.
I know. It's a morning thing. So I don't talk to anybody till we get on here.
Yeah.
Did you hear the new lead-in?
No, I didn't. I was getting coffee, I think. Yeah, I did hear it. Wasn't it like an AI voice?
Yeah. Tisha made it. So thank Tisha for making that.
Thank you.
She made a bunch of them.
I was watching that damn series again last night.
What series?
That Dark Wind. That Navajo.
Oh, yeah.
Movie I was talking about has all the old cars.
Is it a series or a movie?
Yeah, it's a series. I'm on
like a drama series.
Yeah, it's like I think there's only 2 seasons right now. I'm on the second season. We just started the second season last night, and the lieutenant has a GMC Suburban. a 70,
Oh
probably
yeah,
70,
that's my dream
71.
car. You know that, right?
And it's got a factory lift kit on it.
That's my dream car. You know that, right?
It's awesome, dude. Well,
The
they blow
tops
it
come
up.
off of them.
They blow it up. They
Nuh-uh.
destroy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What a dick move that was.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm hoping it's all CGI, but it doesn't look like it because they show the burned out frame or the body and the frame and everything.
Somebody needs to whip somebody's ass over that one. Yeah,
And
they
then
used
last
to buy
night-
them, and they come with the big tires and everything right from the factory.
Yeah. It's you should watch that movie just for the cars.
I should, just for that car.
But he pulls into one of the houses on the reservation. You know, they're all slummy looking.
Yeah.
And the dude's got my dream car sitting in his yard. It's
Yours is a Cuda, right?
Yeah, 71 AAR Cuda sitting right there in the yard. I'm like, oh my God. Every time I see a car, I'm like, oh my God. And my wife's like, would you calm down?
You know what I do? It pisses Bailey off. Every time we drive by somebody, I'm like, that dude's got a cool wife.
Yeah.
She finally started getting mad. She goes, no, they're single. Because I'm like, I want that car. She's like, Jesus. And sometimes she'll just like try to like block my vision when I'm driving by one, especially if it's for sale. Because that 70 to 71 Suburban, it has the removable hardtop. Oh my God. Could you imagine? I don't remember what movie it was. It was an older movie. They were cruising on the beach in one of those, and they had the top off, and I was like, sweet Jesus, that's sexy. And it was one of those factory ones that was all jacked up with the big tire. And they're just cool, man. But yeah, I wouldn't kick that Cuda out of bed for eating crackers either. I like all those old Mopars. I even like those crappy ones that they had in the 70s. Do you remember them? Like the Duster and all that.
Oh yeah.
I like them. I can't. And they used to get those, be able to get them with like a 440 in them. A little tiny fucking Duster with a 440 in it. It's crazy. Because they weren't very big. They scaled all those cars down in the mid 70s. But I liked them. They had that big hump back and small front. It was typical, the car you drew as a kid, you know, with the big fat wheels on the back and little tiny wheels on the front. Just looked like a generic dragster. So out of all the cars you've owned, and I know you've owned a few, I've owned a lot of junk, but what was your favorite? If you could buy one back or click a magic wand and get one back, assuming it's not in the junkyard, we'll just say, you know, they all still exist and they're all still in the exact condition. What was it?
I'm thinking. That's a hard question.
I thought you said my Nash. I'm like, I didn't know you.
I said, oh my gosh.
Nash. I'm like, that's a terrible car. Why would you want that one back? You ever see those?
Yeah.
Those Nash Metropolitans or whatever they were.
I'd probably have to say, oh God, probably my car as a kid when I was in high school was my 66 Cutlass convertible, even though it was a big boat.
Yeah, we should buy my stepdad's if he still has it. He has that 65. It's got the bent frame on it. I bet we could get it fixed. He offered it to me for $500. I should have took it. It was blue with a white top. It was restorable. It's set in a barn for decades. He had the car when he was 18. I remember because he was 19 years old when he married my mom. He's only 10 years older than me. So it's kind of fucked up, but you know, welcome to Caldwell. But
Did
anyhow,
that picture come through?
Huh?
I was trying to post a picture of that thing, but it looks tiny on my screen. I don't know if it went through or not.
There's nothing on, you put it on chat?
Yeah.
It's not there yet.
How do I do that? I'm not very good at this.
Well, you just do it the way you normally do it. It just, sometimes it takes a minute to load or whatever. But I remember we were playing in that car once because that's what we like to do. We like to just jump in cars and pretend we were driving them.
Yeah.
And my brother Larry, it
There
didn't
did it go
matter.
through?
Huh? Yeah.
Did it
is.
go through?
Yep. That's freaking awesome. Is that the GMC version? It
Yeah.
is. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking hot. That is fucking awesome. Hills, yeah. Oh my, yeah. And the GMCs are even better because they got the different grill on them. They have a better grill than the Chevys, I thought.
That's like that's what pushed me towards the Cuda instead of the Challenger. I think the Cuda's front end looks way better than the Challenger front end.
It's definitely different.
They're the same car pretty
Yeah,
much,
pretty
the body
much.
and everything, but I just like that front end on the Cuda better.
I remember when I had that Challenger, and they sold the nostalgia trim kit, so you could put the little ring around the front end to make it look like the old ones. Because they had that little chrome trimmy thing above the bumper and around the hood. Yeah.
Mhm.
You could buy that stuff, and you could buy the taillight kits too to make them look like the old ones. I'm like, why didn't they just, if they want to do that, why didn't they just put them on them? I mean, other than the obvious that they wanted to make extra money on them. That was the cheapest car I ever bought. Dollar for dollar. It was the first brand new car I ever bought. And it was left over because it had some weird smell in it and they couldn't sell it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I never knew what it was. I don't know if I got nose blind to it or if it went away eventually, but I only paid like 23 grand for that car. They wanted more for one of those, those little
I don't remember
Chevys.
ever smelling anything when it rode it.
It was
in at
just,
that time.
yeah, it did. I don't think it lasted very long, but whatever it was like, oh my God. But it was a year old. It was a brand new car, but it was a year old. You know what I mean? It had
Mhm.
had 23 miles on it. And I got it for 23 grand. And those, what was those little Chevys that were real popular back in 2010? They kind of took the place of the Cavalier. I can't
Like
remember.
the Cobalt or something.
Yeah, it was a Chevy Cobalt. The Chevy Cobalt was 25 grand base. That was
Wow.
more than that Challenger was, because it was a year left over, and they're trying to get rid of it. And even though it was a 6-cylinder and not what I wanted to buy, I was like, I can't pass that up. It was pretty, a pretty car. But
It was.
I don't think that's from Reservation Dogs. Yeah, no, it's a show we were talking about earlier, Tiff, called Dark Winds.
The lieutenant is in that Reservation
Is he?
Dog. Yeah.
I watched a few episodes of that. It's so different. It's too different for me. Reservation Dogs. Like I wanted to. There's some of it that I find funny, but it's depressing, man. It's depressing. I was like, holy shit. But anyhow, yeah. So it would have been your Chevelle or your Cutlass.
Cutlass, yeah. Probably.
I never had a great car that I could be like, So
I
I'd have
mean,
to
I
go
had
with
that
my.
Cuda. I had a Barracuda, but it was rough. I mean, if I had to take it back like that, I probably wouldn't.
It's probably still worth more than that Cutlass.
Oh yeah,
the way it is,
hell,
yeah.
way
Even-
over. Yeah.
Even burned out and whatever it was. Just had electrical issues, didn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and the Mopars had them little resistors and stuff on the firewall. If you didn't
Yeah.
know what you were doing, it ran a little bit, but it didn't run very
You could
good.
shove a piece of aluminum foil in there and make it go.
Yeah.
Those things were ridiculous. What the fuck
Yeah,
were
it was.
they?
It was either them two. It was one of those two cars I would take back.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get the Cutlass back.
Do you know who has it?
Yeah, it's the guy that the original owner I bought it off of. His son bought it off of me.
Oh, you'll never get it then.
I know.
Unless he, doesn't have any kids and he moves on with life. But I doubt it. I never had one that I was like, oh, God, I wish I had that one back.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single car that I that I want back. They were all terrible. My 85 Monte Carlo was probably the coolest car I had, but it still was just a generic run-of-the-mill Monte Carlo. My brother had that Trans Am. I would like to have that car.
Yeah, that would be worth some money too.
At 79. It was the golden anniversary. It was the gold one with all the gold trim and the gold interior. And
Oh yeah.
yeah. Pontiac's golden anniversary, some shit like that. I don't know. I didn't even realize what it was at the time, you know. It was just a fast car.
Did he buy that new?
No, he bought it used from Shook Auto.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He bought that in 86. 86 or 87, and it was a 79, so it was a few years old. It had a bunch of problems, too, a bunch of electrical problems.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say.
What?
I was gonna say, if you buy it from there, that's usually...
No, they don't listen to the show. Crooked Shook, that's what... I don't know if they've gotten any better or not. I would never buy anything from them, so...
I know they put those.
Does your buddy still work? Does he work there? Or?
That's his.
I know they were. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his business now. I think his dad gave it to him. I think his dad retired.
So maybe it has gotten better then. I don't know. I know some people that work there, and they weren't the most savory of characters. But,
Well, I know they put like these boxes on the car, and they can shut them down at any time from anywhere.
So they do the buy here, pay here thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ford's trying to do that for real on their factory cars.
Yeah.
I think it's just un-American.
Well, I knew a girl that bought a car there, and they shut her car down, and she was late for work, and she made pay. She was all up to date on her payments. They shut the wrong car off, made her late for work. And I can't remember if she got fired or got in big trouble, but I told her I'd go after them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't know. That's petty bullshit to me. If you're in the buy here, pay here business, it's kind of low end.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to. I think business is important. I think those kind of people are important. They give people jobs, they provide services and all that. But when you start getting into that kind of shit, man, it kind of gets a little. Bonzo is from Ohio, not South Carolina. He sounds like he's from South Carolina, but that's just because he's a redneck. So
I sound like I'm from South Carolina.
She just asked if you were from South Carolina. I don't know if that.
Do I have the Southern accent? I didn't think I did.
I don't think you do either. I'm just wondering does that have something to do with the song? Bonzo Goes to Bitburg?
No, I don't think so. That's more like Washington, D.C. area, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know. Why are you asking, Tara? I have to ask Tara why she's asking if you're from South Carolina. I hope it's because you sound like a redneck. Yep. She said you sound like a redneck. She said you sound like
I am a redneck.
Yeah, I know. But they don't know that. They just hear it, I guess.
I like to hunt and fish.
You were always kind of an oxymoron that way. Like you're so country, but then you hate country music, or you did.
Yeah. Well, you have to like country music.
You're like my friend in high school, Rick. He smoked weed like it was going out of style, but he never smoked a cigarette ever, not a day in his life. He thought it was gross.
I used to do that.
What, smoke weed and not smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, I didn't like smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, you never did. I smoked cigarettes, but I didn't like smoking weed. That was the opposite. Because I was cool.
I'd probably still smoke weed if it wasn't for it makes me feel like I'm dying. Like I get paranoid.
Yeah, same.
I
never
think
liked
I'm having a heart attack.
Never liked it. That's exactly how it made me feel, and I was like, why the fuck would people want to feel like that?
Well, it didn't never used to. When I was a kid, it was
Very
great,
first time.
made you laugh, had a good time. It was just like drinking beer pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, if I'm going to be completely honest about it, alcohol is way, 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 way worse than weed. People don't get up when they're high on weed and go out and rob grocery stores and beat people up. And usually they just sit in front of the TV and laugh at shit. People on alcohol, oh my God, dude. There's something about that firewater, boy. It just turns you into a different person.
Yeah.
It does. It's bad.
The last time I smoked, I don't know, I was probably, I don't know, late 20s maybe.
Is that when you found it in the parking lot?
Yeah, I found it in the parking lot. Well,
This is how often I smoke weed. I remember that story.
I seen the guy. What happened was we were at this mall, and we were getting ready to park, and this guy came out in front of us, stopped and picked up his buddy. When he opened his door, his bag of weed fell out of his car, and he left. So I'm like, holy shit, there's weed. I grabbed it real quick. And then we went home and smoked it, and I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm having a heart attack. Call the paramedics.
Oh, God.
And then I never touched it after that. I don't know if that had anything in it besides pot or what, but man, I was freaking out.
That's how it always made me feel. You know, because all my friends smoked weed, all of them. It was hard to find people back then who didn't.
Well, hell, my uncle used to grow it in the basement, so
Yeah.
I'd just go down there and get some, and that was a long time ago.
Mhm.
He's Mr. Clean now.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you get older.
We were just kids, though, so.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not that much older than us. So that kind of makes sense. But yeah,
Now you can do that legally.
Yeah.
Can't you grow like 3 or something like that?
I don't know
now?
what the rules are. I have no idea. I know there's ways around all that, so you don't even have to have a license or anything. If you
No,
keep it
now
under
that
certain
it's-
amounts or whatever. All right. It's time. I'm a little bit late on this. Oh, my mouth's shut off. It's time, and you don't get to hear them. I'll send them to you if you want to play them later. Because if I play these where you can hear them, then they get all distorted. So,
On everybody's or just your side?
on everybody's.
Hmm.
They get all echoey. But it is time for Getting Lucky with Little T. We got a new stinger for that, too.
Now it's time to listen to Gettin' Lucky with Little T right here on the Morning Bull on WBAM Radio.
Little T. That's fucking funny. All right, here are your fall horoscopes for today, Friday, September the 20th, 2024.
Hello, everyone. September 22nd is the first day of autumn. Here are your autumn horoscopes. Aries, this autumn, you'll trip on a leaf and faceplant in front of your crush. Just laugh it off and pretend it was a leaf-themed yoga move. Taurus, you'll accidentally superglue your shoes to the floor during a hayride. Don't worry, it's just a bonding experience. Gemini, you'll try to impress someone with your apple picking skills, but end up getting poked by a rogue branch. Ouch. Cancer, you'll spill pumpkin soup all over your favorite sweater and have to wear it for the rest of the party. Just call it a fashion statement. Leo, you'll attempt to take a dramatic fall photo in the leaves, but end up getting stuck in a bush. Just roar with laughter and pretend it's a natural pose. Virgo, you'll over-organize a harvest festival and end up with a schedule conflict with yourself. Just roll with it and call it a Virgo thing. Libra, you'll try to balance a pumpkin on your head, but it'll keep falling off. Just laugh and say, you're redefined balance. Scorpio, you'll uncover a dark secret about the local pumpkin patch, but it'll just be a weirdly shaped gourd. Oops. Sagittarius, you'll get lost in a corn maze and have to be rescued by a team of embarrassed teenagers. Just call it a team building exercise. Capricorn, you'll try to make a serious speech about the importance of autumn, but end up with a mouthful of leaves. Just shrug and say, it's a metaphor. Aquarius, you'll invent a new form of extreme leaf jumping and end up with a face full of dirt. Just call it a groundbreaking sport. Pisces, you'll have a profound spiritual experience in the woods, but it'll just be a squirrel staring at you. Just smile and say, we connected on a deep level.
You do say it that way, don't you, Puddin'? I didn't realize you pronounced your T's like that. Now I'm starting to wonder if Beverly's AI or if she's real. I know she was at her house, but she could still be AI. That was your fall horoscopes for today.
I'm offended.
Did you not get it? Did you not get it?
Yeah, I got it.
What was yours?
Taurus.
Oh, you're the Taurus? It always seems like Tauruses are funnies.
It sounded like they were dumb.
Yeah. Well, are you?
Well, yeah, I am.
Well, then
I guess it's true.
Shouldn't be offended then. Here. I didn't even hear what they said. What was it?
Something about gluing our shoes to the floor or something.
I don't even pay attention. I pay attention to mine. But now I'm going to have to start listening to Taurus.
Which
she might
one's
be
yours?
Scorpio. That's why I was laughing about. She found out something unique in the pumpkin patch. I was like, I don't want to find unique stuff in my pumpkin patch. You open up to a 6-inch clitoris. No, thank you. All right, here are your lucky numbers for this fall, September 20th, 2024.
If it's 40s, you need a new app.
We did that later. This is the little T's lucky numbers.
Oh, I thought you were picking a lucky.
Here are your lucky numbers for today. Aries, 3, 9, 17. Take a chance and roll the dice, Aries. Lady Luck is smiling at you. Taurus, 2, 18, 22. Taurus, your lucky numbers are like a treasure chest, overflowing with riches. Gemini,
See how nice that one was.
5,
Yeah.
11, 25. Gemini, your numbers are like a winning lottery ticket. Cash in on your good fortune. Cancer, 1, 4, 19. Cancer, your lucky numbers are like a cozy shell protecting you from bad luck. Leo, 6, 15, 24. Leo, your numbers are like a fiery spark igniting your inner luckiness. Virgo, 7, 14, 21. Virgo, your lucky numbers are like a secret recipe for success. Mix and match for good fortune. Libra, 9, 18, 27. Libra, your lucky numbers are like a balanced scale weighing in favor of good luck. Scorpio, 3, 12, 20. Scorpio, your lucky numbers are like a mysterious potion brewing up good fortune. Sagittarius, 5, 13, 23. Sagittarius, your numbers are like a lucky arrow shooting straight to success. Capricorn, 1, 10, 28. Capricorn, your lucky numbers are like a sturdy mountain supporting your climb to good fortune. Aquarius, 4, 11, 29. Aquarius, your numbers are like a refreshing splash of good luck. Dive in and enjoy. Pisces, 2, 7, 16. Pisces, your lucky numbers are like a dreamy ocean wave carrying you to shore on a tide of good fortune. Here is your fortune cookie for today. Your pink houses may be weathered, but your foundation is strong. Build on it. Till we meet again, stay in the light, Bammers.
Stay in the light. My pink house is definitely weathered.
You need to play the lucky number one first, and then have people pick their lucky number and see if
That's
she's close.
true. You're allowed to change it right up to the time I draw.
I'm on a stick.
I think everyone else will too. I was going to say something about all that, but I can't remember now. About all that getting lucky stuff. All right, here we go. We're going to pick the winning number now. Hopefully it's not in the 40s again. Oh, Jesus Christ. I shook my phone. It fell. It still says 0. It still didn't. All right, it's in the 40s again. All right, I'm closing the app. Going to reopen it. Because you're right. It's always in the freaking 40s. There we go. And I think we have a winner. No. Oh, no. Someone had this number last night, though, and they changed it this morning. Oh, no. Deborah. No, you should have stuck with your number. Oh, no. So and it was so close last night, too. She almost won last night. And now she changed it to 25, and her number came up. Oh, no. Oh, well, what are you going to do? So number 27 was picked. That stupid thing. I think I am going to have to find a new app.
Yeah, it's not very random.
No, it doesn't seem like it, does it?
Like once it hits a certain like 40s, it'll stay there for a while, and then now it hit 20s, so it might stay on the 20s for a bit.
I think I'll start looking. Find a random number generator. I just picked the first one that came up, of course, because I thought, who cares? But you're right. It doesn't seem very random, does it? But it is only 1 through 50, so I mean, there's only 50 numbers. But well, that's it for this week for Win Bondley's Money. So next week it'll be $40. You can get a lot nicer boots with $40 than you can with 20.
We should run over and put that money on some horses this afternoon.
We should. We got lucky horse numbers now too.
They're having the races tonight or today and tomorrow.
At the fairgrounds?
Yeah.
If you're in the area, Tuscarawas County Fair is on right now. We should give away $20 to anybody who can correctly spell Tuscarawas without Googling it, but they'll Google it.
Yeah, they're going to Google the shit out of that.
I remember when I was an over-the-road driver, I broke down in New York, and one of my fuel rails had sprung a leak, and they had me take it into this shop, and the guy had flyers for his county there, and it was an Indian name, just like ours is.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up. I'm like, what is there to do in Chautauqua County? He's like, I can't believe you said it right. I said, dude, I'm from Tuscarawas County. Chautauqua was not that hard. A little bit harder, but he's like, where?
I watched a video on YouTube that had, they had these adults on there, and they gave them all these county names from Ohio. And they had to read them, see if they could get them right out.
Maybe I wrote Kevin's number down wrong. I had him written down as 21. So we may have a winner. I have to go back and look now. Pat was just saying that Kevin picked 27. And it's possible that I tried to write 27 down, and I wrote 21. That is an extreme possibility. There's those here. Give me a second here. There's that. I gotta find it. They might. We might have a winner. I just gotta scroll through here but yep, Kevin wrote 27 down. We do have a winner. When I scribbled it onto my page, it looks like 21 because I can't write for shit.
Is he still on here?
Yeah, they just said that Kevin and Pat listen at work, so we do have a winner.
Oh.
There is a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. That's twice Kevin's won. He's a lucky man. He wins one more time, it'd be just like winning a 60. So we are not going back to 20 next week or 40 next week. We'll be back at 20 because Kevin did win. He did. I'll take a picture of the page. See how shitty I write. That way you understand what happened. Yep, that Barney won. That's Fred and Barney, by the way. Pat and Kevin.
Oh.
Yeah. Where the hell is it? There it is. Why is it not focusing? You can see my chicken scratch.
Who are we then?
I don't know. We're not
Beavis
far
and
from
Butthead?
That's closer. Fire! Fire! Shut up, dumbass. Who do you get to be?
I don't know who was smarter.
I don't know. I don't think you.
There had to be. One was smarter than the other one.
Beavis was probably smarter than Butthead.
I guess
Or
I'm
no,
Butthead.
Butthead
then.
was smarter than Beavis.
Okay, then I'm Beavis.
No, you're not dumb. You always say that shit. And then when we get together to work on stuff.
Well, I can put shit together. I
yeah,
can build
well,
stuff,
that's a kind of smart, isn't it?
yeah, a little bit, but
Yeah.
I ain't book smart. That's
Well,
for sure.
I can't even read. But I don't think I'm dumb.
You have so much knowledge though. You can rip off shit like dates and all that.
It's because I
Trivial
can't
Pursuit
read.
stuff.
Yeah, I do remember stuff like that, but I can't remember what I had for dinner yesterday. Actually, I can because Thursday's my KFC day.
Oh yeah.
So I had KFC twice yesterday. I just Barkley was like, "Do you want me to go to KFC for dinner tonight?" I was like, "Just get it for lunch and I'll eat it twice." And I did. I had a couple pieces at lunch and a couple pieces at dinner. I fucking love KFC.
I like Lee's better.
It's just as good, I think.
Yeah.
But it's further away, so. Did you know that was a chain?
Yeah.
I didn't. I thought it was local. And I was out by Puddin's house when I was training for Schneider out in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And they have a Lee's out there. Or they did back then in 2010 when I was out there, 2011, whatever it was. I think it was 2010. But yeah, they have a Lee's out there.
Where's she at in PA?
Yeah, almost in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reading is the area they live in.
Yeah.
Do they make those truck beds over there? Is that where that's from?
What truck beds?
Those Reading truck beds? Do you want those utility ones?
I don't know.
Oh, I bet they do. Is that where the railroad's from too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always called it Reading, but it's not.
No.
It's the Reading Railroad. I don't know why I obsessed with those when I play Monopoly, but I have to have the railroads. They don't get you shit. Even if you get all four of them, they don't get you shit.
No, the boardwalk and Park Place is the one you want.
Yeah. If you can nail, I am a fan of the light blues. Anytime I get those, I win. If I can get all three of them, that's the.
Yeah. You know, all my years I've played that. I don't think I've ever finished a game.
Oh, I have. I won't quit till it's over. People quit on me.
It just took so long, and it got boring, and it's like.
Well, there's shortcuts. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, people deal the cards out as a shortcut.
Oh.
They shuffle
yeah, I
them all
never
up,
played.
deal them out, but I don't like that because then you got to swap and trade.
Right.
And if you're like, I don't lose very often when it comes to those kind of games because I'm ruthless. Like even when I played with my kid when he was little, if he ever beat me at something, it's because he beat me. I never let him win, ever. I was fucking ruthless. But eventually, you know, him and his mom got smart and they would gang up on me and would never let me buy properties from him or nothing. So, so they got smart. So I had to earn it to beat him. I still beat him, but it was just harder. Way harder. But yeah, I don't know. What was your character?
What did I pick? I
Yeah,
usually
your-
pick the car, or what was the other one?
Everybody wanted that fucking thing.
Or was there a guy on a horse or
Yeah,
something like
there was a
soldier?
horse that was
yeah.
the horse was like rearing up or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, everybody wanted the car, I'm pretty sure. So everyone got their backup. My backup was the shoe.
The shoe.
Yeah. It looked like a track shoe. I thought that was cool. And occasionally the top hat.
I rarely played it because it took so long to play.
I would hide money under my leg.
Yeah.
I wouldn't steal it. It was my money. But like every once in a while, if I was starting to build up some extra cash, I would hide it because anytime you get a big stack of cash, people start like not wanting to deal with you. So I would hide the money. And yeah. They used to get pissed and be like, "Oh, you owe me rent. You only got 2 100s." I pull a couple fives out from under my leg. Yeah. Here you go. But yeah. So what was your favorite board game as a kid? Did you guys have family game nights like that?
Yeah, I don't know if it was family. It was just maybe kids playing together. I don't know. I don't remember my mom and dad ever sitting down playing a board game.
We
No.
did with Alex. Yeah, we did all the time.
But my favorite had to be probably Clue, I'm guessing.
Clue was awesome.
Or Battleship, one of those two.
I liked all games. There wasn't, I mean, I even liked Trouble with the Pop-O-Matic Bubble. I fucking
Yeah, I'd
loved
like
that
that.
game.
We still play that with Connor once
Yeah?
in a while. Yeah.
The one game I didn't care for was Candyland.
Yeah, I didn't
Alex
like
liked that, but I never liked it. And Shoots and Ladders was basically the same thing. It was basically
Connor's
the same
got
game.
a couple that I don't like to play.
But it was,
Like there's a game called Apples to Apples.
yeah.
Which I don't even
Yeah.
know how it goes now. I don't remember because I don't like playing
Yeah, we
it.
play that.
Yeah,
When we
we
get together
played
with
Trouble.
Barclays
Then there's-
family, we play that.
He likes the logo game, which I like that. That's pretty fun.
That's hard. I get my ass kicked on the logo game. There's very few games I get my ass kicked on. That's one of them. I can't. I don't know what it is, but I don't recognize those partial logos. Man. I just
Yeah.
don't. If the car ones I get, but if it's not
it's not all logos though. It's like trivia about different brands
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was there? Like nothing runs like a deer, stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff slogans and
Dirty Minds. I never played Dirty Minds. Now what the hell is that one we play? Can't remember the name of it now, but it's like Pictionary, but it's adult.
I remember finding my mom and dad had a game that was like it was a dirty game. I can't remember what it was though. I don't remember the name of it, but I don't know if they were swingers back in the day or what. I don't know, but it was like
It was those swinger game cards because they had those.
yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. They might have been. Who knows?
Who knows?
We like to think of our parents as pure as the driven snow, but they were not. They were not. I'll never forget, man. So you remember Icky's parents, right?
Who?
Icky.
No.
Yeah. My first wife, Icky.
Oh, that's Icky.
Icky.
I'm like, who the hell's Icky? I guess I should have known.
You should have known. But
Yeah.
we were
I
out
know
on a
who you
date one night, and we weren't even married yet. She was still living there. And it was like we came home early for whatever reason. I don't know if the movie got out early. We decided not to bang that night or whatever. I don't know. Maybe we just finished early. But we walked in the house and they were like doing it on the bed with the doors all wide open and shit. And I was like, oh. We like turned right around, walked right back out. See you in a little bit. Give you time to get yourselves together. Yeah. Fucking
Did you ever get caught?
one-legged guy. Oh. Fucking like a one-legged man in an ass kicking contest. It was just funny because he didn't, he had one leg. And it was going about exactly how you would think it would go. And she was a big woman.
Yeah, she was.
So it's exactly like you think it would look. Like, woo. Did I ever what?
Get caught?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had my own apartment back then. Mike and I lived in an apartment down there on Allen Lane.
I'm talking your kid catching you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that little fucker, man, he was sneaky.
Yeah.
That was the middle of the night. We were banging, and we were like doing the spoon style,
Yeah.
and I just from behind me, I feel this hand come over my face and
fuck.
touch me. And I'm like, I froze, and she's like, "Hey, you're still moving." I'm like, "Hey, Alex," and then she froze, and he was like, maybe 6, not even. He might not even been in school yet. He was still pretty little. He was like, "What you doing?" So I'm like, "We're wrestling," which was a huge mistake. Because
Can I join
yeah,
in?
he just jumped right on top of us. I'm like trying to get her, in a decent position. 'Cause we were both butt naked. There's nothing you can do. We stayed under. Luckily for her, this is there's a little bit of a backstory here. She believed that your dead relatives can see you having sex, so it had to be lights out under the covers. So luckily for Alex, that's the way we were doing it. So he didn't really get to see anything. He was not traumatized, but we had
Apparently
the door
can.
locked.
Apparently they can see if you ask Puddin'.
Yeah, that's true. Do they watch you do that, Tisha? Your relatives are just, I don't know. I didn't even like having her grandma's picture on the nightstand.
That would freak me out.
I was like, she was still alive then. She wasn't dead, but, it's gross. It's fucking gross. Why do you want to fucking like get all, pulling hair and doing a doggy style when your fucking grandma's watching? Like, oh, no. Ruins everything. Yes, they can. Yeah, no thanks. I can't even imagine wanting to. Why would your dead relatives come floating in? Enjoy the view. Yeah, I understand why like a random spirit would watch.
Yeah.
But that's fucking disturbing. Even that's disturbing. But who knows? But yeah, they want to watch my saggy old ass bounce around.
Yeah.
Have at it. I'll even send them a picture if they want it. I don't care. It's not relatives. Yeah. Well, that was the story she told. Because I'm like, I want to see stuff. Why do we got to do it like this? This is stupid. Back then.
That's the way guys are. They're visual.
Yeah. And women aren't, so they don't understand.
They're touchy-feely.
Yeah. They don't understand. You ever see that? There's a meme floating around. I wish I could look it up. See if I got time to look it up. Let's see. Should have you talk while I'm doing this because I can't talk and fucking. But it was
because Connor still lives with us, obviously. But if we ever mess around or whatever, we always like jerry rig the door so you can't get in or anything. We don't have our house is old and it's got the skeleton key like locks.
Yeah.
Like the old farmhouses. And I don't have a key for that door, so we kind of just close it and she's got like this dusting.
We had it locked. And he he went and took a spatula from the kitchen, one of them plastic spatulas.
And you didn't hear any of this?
No. He got it up into the door. We were busy. And I never thought he could get in anyway. So it didn't even dawn on me. I was focused. I was doing my job. It was the one chore I had. But yeah, he got right in there and fucking... Yeah, that was the last time that happened. We started paying attention then because he's a sneaky little shit. Mm. But the meme was, it shows this guy, it said, it said how do you make a guy come, and then it has a guy or a girl with a light switch.
Oh yeah.
And then it says, how do you make a girl come? There's a guy inside like 3 breaker boxes with switches everywhere. It's like the difference. It is, and it's true. We're so simple. Let me see your boobs. Boom. We don't care. We don't need nothing complicated. We're having to get twisting and pulling and stretching and flipping and slapping and it's crazy. God definitely has a sense of humor. There's no doubt about it. All right. Yeah, I couldn't find that meme, though. The only one I found was this guy playing an organ with like 17 different buttons on it, but it's similar to that.
I got a lobby full like Beetlejuice.
Are you the girl who got cut in half? Beetlejuice trying to feel her up, and then she slapped him from the other side of the room. That was a great movie. And if you haven't seen the new one, go see it. It's worth it.
I watched a mini series. Yes, well, I finished it yesterday. It was I Told You, I think, Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
It's called The Cowboy Wars. It's good if anybody's into that kind of thing. I recommend that. It's
after
on Netflix.
After you told me that,
Mm-hmm.
I remember talking about it in history class. The Cowboy Wars, yeah. But I didn't realize that it was all that, because I didn't pay attention back then.
Yeah, it came from him and that Clanton dude fighting. That's what started it all.
And I remember the OK Corral in history class. So it must have been significant.
Yeah, I remember the OK, but I don't remember the Cowboy Wars.
Yeah,
but like I said,
that.
I was never good in school, so.
I had Mr. Carlisle. He was good. He was a good teacher.
Yeah, I don't remember if I had him or not. I don't think I did have him.
The 2 history teachers I had him and Lloyd Miller.
Was Hasty history?
He was in junior high.
Junior high? I can't remember who I had.
He was the junior high principal, I think, when I went to Philly. But I started there in high school. I wasn't in.
Hasty was the principal?
I think so. Wasn't his name? Wasn't he the principal?
No.
Junior high principal?
No.
Nasty Hasty?
Yeah.
He was the greasy little guy, right? Looked like a
penguin.
penguin.
Looked like the penguin.
Yeah.
They called him the penguin all the time.
Do you know how that got started? That stuff?
Mm-mm.
Burgess Meredith, the guy that played the penguin.
Yeah.
He hated cigarettes. Hated smoking, all that stuff. He thought it was gross. Well, the penguin smoked. And he said it would make him cough, so he started doing that noise to make up for the coughing, and they ended up keeping it in the thing that so he wouldn't lose his line. He'd go instead of coughing and choking on that cigarette. That's what it was a story he told. He said that stupid thing would choke him out and taste terrible, and he'd just do that sound, and that's where it came from. Because penguins don't make that noise. That's not a penguin noise. That was just him. Think of all the stars that are in that series. That Batman 66.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Cesar Romero, Burgess Meredith. What's that? What are the 2? Julie Newmar. What was the other one? Well, I don't remember. There was the black Catwoman, too, Eartha Kitt.
Yeah.
She played Catwoman for a little bit. And then there was the other one. Hathaway? No. Hathaway's the new one. What the hell's her name? That's terrible. I can't remember. She's like the most famous Catwoman, but whatever. Still a bunch of stars in that. It's crazy when you think about it. Who was the Riddler? He was famous too. Jack Elam. No, not Jack Elam. Jack something though. Jack Elam was the bug-eyed cowboy actor. He always played a grungy old cowboy. You'd know him if you saw him. The hell was his? I'm terrible with names. I don't even know why I go down that road because I can never remember names. Awful. Lucky I remember my own half the time. I think you and I should go hunt my stepdad down and see if he still has that Cutlass.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to work on a classic car, so if we can get that thing for $500, it probably wouldn't cost more than a couple grand to get the frame straightened.
Be nice. Is it convertible?
Yeah,
Wow.
2-door convertible. I think all the convertibles were 2 doors, weren't they? Back then.
Puddin just posted something about one of the Catwoman.
Yeah, Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt, Lee Merriweather. Thank you. God, it's driving me fucking nuts. Yeah, Lee Merriweather. It was Catwoman too. Julie Newmar was the one that played the iconic Catwoman version, but she wasn't the most famous. Eartha Kitt was hot, man. I had a black guitar. I named it Eartha.
Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy's sister-in-law needed a lung transplant, so I gave him that guitar to auction off. They ended up getting like $1,500 in tickets off of it. It was only like a $500 guitar, so
That's
pretty
good.
good. And she ended up getting her lung transplant. She's still alive.
That's even better.
That's been like 10 years ago. That shit never works out. Or they're getting better, I guess. It's the what do they call that? The drugs you take afterwards to help your body adapt or whatever it's called.
Oh, wow.
There's a word for it. Where your body, it's like rejection drugs or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. There's a word for it, but but I guess they're getting better with those kind of drugs and making your body accept those transplants better now, which is good, you know. I'm a donor. You a donor?
Yes.
I think it's the right thing to do. I don't know if I have anything left, and I know they won't want my eyes.
Well, I mean, if they can't see and just see shitty, I'd rather just see
That's
shitty.
true. I never thought about that. That's true. So I should count my blessings. I'm only partially blind. And it's not really my eyes that are the problem. It's the muscles in behind them. So my one eye does circles the whole time. It's real minute and real tiny circles, but it goes, it like vibrates. It's like, if I go to look out of my right eye, it's almost pointless. You've seen me in action, walking into shit, trying to reach for something. Who was it? Somebody used to fuck with me. Oh, it's Georgia. She'll fucking intentionally, when she goes to hand me something, she'll slightly bring it back just to watch me whiff. Oh, Jeff's listening to the show. Well, I guess we're not going to buy it then. He said that my stepdad's son has the Cutlass now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a sweet car back in the day. I was telling you the story about Larry. When we were younger, we were playing in that car.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always fucking doing shit to get us in trouble. Always. From the day that kid was born, he's just fucking been crazy. So he's like, I'm Superman. And he stands up and goes right through the fucking top. Puts both his fists and just rips a giant hole right in the fucking top. And it was, of course it was not in very good shape because an 8-year-old kid shouldn't have been able to do that, but that's not the point. He was just one of them kids. He just couldn't get out of his own way. And, I haven't talked to him about 10 years, 12 years, so I don't know if he's still like that or not, but.
I'm sure he is. He's always been crazy.
Yeah, probably. They can do a lot with medication nowadays to keep people calm. Well, I'm glad. Was it Jericho that has it, Jeff? I know it takes about 8 or 10 seconds to get to you, but I'd assume that's who it is. Ryan's probably not old enough.
What color was it?
Blue.
Blue.
Blue with a white top, yeah.
Mine was called Autumn Bronze. It was like a maroon.
Oh, yeah.
With a white top.
I remember those colors. They had some pretty cool colors back then. And they had cool names for them. Mopar brought them all back. Like for the Challenger, you can get that, what was that? Plum Crazy and Racing Orange and all that. Yeah. Yeah, that's who has it. But yeah, I always, I was a Mopar car kid. I don't know, I like them all, man. What can I say? That was one of the games. I don't know if Jeff is listening, so him and I used to walk around. And did you guys play bingo with cars?
No.
It was a game
What
we
was that?
played. We would walk around. If you saw a cool car, you say bingo, and it was yours. That was the whole game. So
Yeah.
you'd have to hurry. Bingo. Bingo. It was just a dumb thing we used to do, but yeah. Cars have always been my kind of like thing. I can't remember shit. Like him and I would be like, oh, that's a 63, blah, blah, blah. And we would know just by the taillights what year it was. And, you were kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Now I can. Like you asked me what year that my father-in-law's Chevy was. I'm not sure. I think it's a 67, but I'm not sure. I used to know that stuff. I used to be able to tell you by the taillights what year it was. And I just don't know anymore. I can't, all that shit kind of like pooped out my ear. Ran out when I was sleeping.
I don't know if my computer either cut out or something lagged, but I said, did you ever remember playing Slug Bug? Did you say?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I didn't hear you. It must have cut out. I didn't hear that at all. Yeah. Bailey and I do it now. We did a thing for a while when Alex was little. We did Cruiser Bruiser because PT Cruisers.
Mm.
We used to play with those. But yeah, Slug Bug was big. Now, Barkley and I do it on mixers. We see a mixer going down the road, but we're not allowed to use our own. So it can't be Stalkers. It has to be somebody else's.
Gotcha.
She always beats me. Because 99% of the time I'm driving. I can't be looking.
I remember my grandpa would always play a game with us, like when we go fishing. It was probably like an hour to drive down there.
Mm-hmm.
So we would always read the initials of a license plate, and then he'd make up dirty words for it. It was fucking great.
That's funny.
It was hilarious.
That's a good game. Car games are fun. I Spy and all that shit.
Yeah.
The alphabet game. Start with a letter or whatever, and you have to go through. I can't remember exactly. There'd be like candy bars. A, and then the next guy has to do B, and the next guy has to do C, and you go around until somebody can't get it and they're out.
Right.
Yeah, that game was fun. Speaking of license plates, there's some personalized license plates that shouldn't be. Alex and I were driving. We were in that Challenger, as a matter of fact. We were driving through New Philly, and we were behind this van. It was a blue minivan, and it had North Carolina plates on it, and they were personalized. And I don't know if they're cheaper down that way, but like in Virginia, almost everybody has personalized plates. I don't know if they don't charge extra for them. You get to pick them, whatever it was, but almost there was a fuck ton of them. I couldn't believe it. But anyhow, we're behind this van, and we're down there by Hog Heaven. We're coming up to the light, and it says Kid Lover, KID.
Oh, nice.
LVR. I was like, what? I'm like, I don't think that's exactly what they intended for that. But I was like, or child lover, one or the other. It was something really disturbing. And we went by them, and they were just these fucking old people. But you don't know. You still don't know. I mean, yeah, old people can be creeps too. But I was like, yeah, that's not a good plate. And I can't
seen
believe
one about a month ago, and I told you about it, but I can't remember what it said now. Something about they didn't like America or something. I can't remember the.
Yeah. Who knows?
And I'm like, what the?
That's popular now.
I can't remember what it was though.
But that's like being on a fucking airplane and hoping it crashes. It's fucking stupid. All right, we're at the end of the show. I thank everybody for tuning in. Jeff, that was a nice surprise. Appreciate you, brother. Come back on Monday. We'll be back down to 20 since Kevin stole my $20 today. Hey, Fred. But we will be back Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. here on Morning Bull with me and Bonzobitburg. So please tune in. Tune in tonight for Putting on the Mix with Little T. Should be coming on around 8 o'clock. Her and, what the hell was she calling him last night? Patty Pole Cakes. Patty Cake Pole, something like that. She had posted a video of Pat swinging on a pole. So I'm glad you got to catch it too, Tara. So tune in tonight for that. Tomorrow night, Wheatley White will be on with, I can't remember the name of his show now. It's terrible. It's, what the hell is the name of his show? Saturday Night Jams. Yeah. Sorry, Wheatley. It's been a few months since he's had a show because everything seems to be happening right around Saturdays. But anyhow, tune all that in. Tune all us in on Monday morning at 7:30 here on Morning Bull. We're going to get out of here and get the rest of our day under control. So peace and love, WBAM Radio. Peace and love.
Peace.